not. What?
It's about like there's a certain standard in society for women of how we should be, and we're kind of like taught that. Not saying it's verbal,
right?
But that's pushed on us from a
it's
young age.
It's a form of priming.
Like I have a teammate that I played volleyball with. Her mother would not let her leave the house without her nails done, her hair done, and an outfit. And that fucked with her.
I would be inside every day.
That fucked with her, but it's because she said no man is gonna want you because you don't look the part. But that's why is that the goal?
But if that's the case, why are statistically the majority of women overweight? Like, if that's the case, if we were forced to look a certain way, right, and that's the standard, right, that's the, like, standard, then, like, and men don't accept that.
There's a lot of things that go into being overweight, and if we go back to what we talked about first about toxic relationship and just, like, just stuff that we go through emotionally, I think that women, I'm not saying that men don't go through things emotionally, but I feel like women go through more emotionally and have things
right, well, we're more emotional. Yeah.
And from that, the easiest thing to resort to is eating and just being.
Well, they changed our food too from the 50s.
Yeah, and so I think that may be the main thing is just like it's just comfort, finding comfort, and food's always gonna comfort you no matter what.
My food always.
And I think that is one thing, not canceling out like men don't go through nothing and we all go through something,
right?
But it's just like that's one thing from just what I've seen and what I've just like.
So you think the majority of like women being overweight is from emotional like trauma?
Like, let me. Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
Girl,
yeah.
Like. Growing up, I was a stick. Like, I was stick thin. I was underweight. I got put on medication to gain weight because I was unhealthily underweight, right? And so, when I was skinny, it was like, all I wanted to do was have curves. Like, all I wanted was to have an ass. Like, that's all I could think about. I gained weight, and then it's like the whole, it's like the opposite, right? And it's like, I always felt like I was trying to fit into a standard, and it was, never fit into, I could never just be... But it's also, that's personal. That's 100% on me. Because it's like...
Well, it's interesting because I would look at you like as you're stunning, to be honest.
Thank you.
Like,
beautiful.
like that's what I'm saying. But it's interesting because like you I feel like you have to know you're hotter than like most girls.
Right. But
respectfully.
But like as also being 6'3", right? Like growing up, I was fucking bullied because I hit 6'3" when I was 13.
Right.
Dang.
I thought you were from the Tall Girl movie. Have you ever watched that on
Fuck
Netflix?
those movies.
Man, that's garbage.
Oh, those are the worst.
But like I feel it. Like literally, it's funny when you say like LeBron James because like when I was in middle school, like people would be like, oh Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Sasquatch. They say that in the Tall Girl movie, Sasquatch, and it's like that has an effect on you. And like people would always make comments to me like I was like 120 pounds and I was 6'3". Like I was a fucking
twig,
stick,
skinny.
Like it was. Like I looked like a skeleton, right? And then it's like all I wanted was this one.
Was the
thing.
Curves?
Yes.
But you showed me pictures. You were curvy.
Yeah,
like,
up to a point.
Yeah.
Like I gained a lot of muscle.
Right.
But then I got on medication.
Right.
Gained a lot of weight, and then I was like, well, I just want to be skinny.
Well, do you feel like that's society or that's like an internal?
It's
thing?
internal, but it's also society.
Right.
Because society is either like you're either a good curvy or there's fat
nasty
curvy.
But it's interesting.
There's good skinny and there's bad skinny.
But it's interesting because to me it's all like I think women are meaner to women than men are, to be honest. Like girls are
girls are more critical, but also the part where women are more critical comes from their insecurities. And their ego. Projection. 100%. Because women are very jealous.
But that doesn't. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't make it okay.
No, it
you
doesn't.
know?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah.
Elaborate on what you meant by that.
Like women are meaner to women. Like most guys aren't. Like men swipe on like 50% of women. Like most men aren't that picky. Most. No, I'm saying most men aren't that picky. Like they're attracted. Most men are attracted to like a lot of women. Like if you're getting rejected by guys, they're in a very small percentage of men. Like 10 to 15% of men even. Like they say 20% of men have access to 80% of the women. So the reason that we hate men is because we're all effing the same ones.
Yeah.
Like if you want a guy that's 6 foot, it's in the top 15% of men.
Literally.
Yeah. You add income.
Want that,
yeah. And so I'm saying the majority of men aren't picky. And
Okay, I
so
do know
women,
that.
because we're competing for those men, like they tear at each other.
They
because they wanna get
belittle-
chosen.
they belittle each other.
Because, like, from example, like, okay, personally,
Yeah.
I can never say there's not a man that I've wanted that I haven't got. Personally.
Yeah.
Let them know. Let them know.
Must be nice.
Let him
But
know.
same.
But
Yeah.
there's been men that I've rejected that have been like, well, I don't want your fat ass anyways.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like, but like that shit like sticks with you. Like, you know, when
Yeah,
people comment
it's
on
like,
that
but
shit,
you
like,
wanted me, but now you calling me this.
Why are you feeding so hard for the
But
coochie?
I like
And as soon as I
like,
rejected
you
it,
get
she's
what
like,
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And try to make it one at a time, just so like I've just had comments that they can't hear because there's too many people talking at
Right,
once.
like,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Okay, but like, you know, like that shit like sticks with a person.
Right.
Like I remember there was one time I was at Cal Berkeley and this guy was hollering at me, and I was like, please fuck off. Like he was such a like little frat boy. He's like, well, I don't want your
Chad.
fat ass anyways. This was 4 years ago. I was skinnier then. I was like 15 pounds lighter then. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that shit like sticks with a person. Like, well, he thought I was fat. Like, so it's like,
Well, but girls do, like, I don't know. Girls kind of like
Yeah.
are worse almost behind
I've
each
never-
other's back.
well, that's true.
It's just
that's
not to our
true.
face.
I'm
We're
with
more
you on
we're
that.
more
Behind the back, that part is fucking.
Yeah.
But even in front of their face, girls are very spiteful.
But it's more like we always,
shady.
you know,
Shady as fuck.
men can't even see the looks that girls give us at the bar, and you know exactly what looks like the shade. Men can't see it because there's a biological reasoning behind it, but basically like because women were like gatherers and like we were more with the kids biologically, we pick up on other people's emotions better. So it's I don't know, but
I do have a
yeah, go ahead.
a question. What, and this might just be like a preference or whatever, but what is the cutoff between, because nowadays being big is not frowned upon at all. It's not worship, but it's glorified. But when does it come a point where it's you're thick and then you're too big? Like
I think it's your
why?
body shape, to be honest.
Because you said the statistic is a lot of women, more women are
I want to
obese,
say,
but
well, the
it's where does
average
it
woman
cut off
is
at?
155 pounds, which is like 20 pounds overweight, something like that.
Women.
Yeah.
I'm over average.
I am.
No, I know.
yeah.
But like the average woman, I don't know the exact statistic off the top of my head, but she is overweight.
Yeah.
Like
So-
if you went to a doctor, like he would
Also,
say,
though,
yeah.
like, I mean, people can say whatever they want. Like I'm a curvier girl. Like, but women, like I know personally, like I gain a lot of weight in my hips. Like
Some girls carry it better than
like,
others.
I know,
Yeah.
but like there's a like like genetically, women carry more body fat than
Yes,
men.
yes.
Right. I tend to gain weight in my hips and like my birthing area. Right. Like that's where I carry my weight. So that's all. Like it's there. Like you know what you get what I'm saying. So it's like there's like yes, like, but it's all up to preference. Like, what are you into?
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's like, what really it, like, now thick
Right.
is it.
Well, but
they're talking, like, stick thick,
I
like,
think-
curvy waist, big ass.
Well, I think the problem
Sideways.
is when we look at the guys that have all the options to pick from, they all seem to pick the models. So that says
then they're-
something
but-
because
but-
and the guys name one billionaire that's not married to a model or
Okay, but
even
they're
mil-
married for, like, 6-7 years, and then they get a divorce, and is that what your goal is?
not all. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, both of their wives were married 20 plus years. They did get a divorce.
I'm sorry. Bill Gates' wife is not that pretty, and same with
She
Jeff
was
Bezos'
when
first wife.
they both. Well,
But
yeah,
see,
because
that's
that's because they got them young.
questionable.
Men
They're
value.
also white, and white men tend to like thinner women.
Well, they got them young before they were even rich.